Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air, it's Robbins. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
Looking to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Pettis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Fowler. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Fowler. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design, it's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking.
Lets it fly. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
After the incompletion, it's second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Caught over the middle. It's Matonio. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Gain of 7. And that's good enough for a first down.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
LSU 7, Oklahoma 0.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Pettis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to run for it. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown LSU! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
In the end zone.
Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going. Way to get all the...
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
He's loose. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell They got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Robbins. Finds his target down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The run from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Back to throw, it's Robbins. He finds his man. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Going for 6. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
Pocket starts to collapse. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half.
24, Oklahoma, 0.
Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Running back searching for a hole. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. Give him 105 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The short hands, it's Pettis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw. It's Robbins. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
LSU, 27, Oklahoma, 6.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
He slings it deep to the left. Fires into traffic, picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
In situations like this, it's nighttime, it's so cold, it's so hard to complete these types of passes. And for these wideouts, it's going to be tough just catching the football because that thing, I guarantee you, feels like a rock.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Robbins. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on first down. He lets it fly. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback. LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Here's the handoff. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First down here for the offense. The hand to the running back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
To throw, it's Robbins. Dances away to buy time. Finds his big tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
To the ground with the back. Went to the running game on third down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
That makes the score LSU 30, Oklahoma 13.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm.
Running toward the tape. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. The give and tick, 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 tick. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
A strike downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock, but this
touchdown Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the... And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? They'll go with a direct snap. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring that.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurt.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the route is on. I don't think these two are going to be exchanging holiday greetings this year after this game.
No, and I tell you what, we've seen a lot of cool handshakes where you're getting fired up and coaches are getting after each other. We might get a little bit of that there. You could take a knee. You could run the clock out, but they chose not to, so deal with it.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.